Arches National Park is one of the most popular parks in the country, but somehow it gets a whole bunch of one-star reviews. Ricky S. says it's just a bunch of rocks and crap. And Greg Miko wrote there wasn't enough arches. And David Sabo claimed he got kicked out of a Snoop Dogg show. So I'm spending the entire day here to find out if any of these claims are actually true.
Arches feels almost fake the first time you drive through it. It's like somebody carved out a national park specifically to look good in postcards, which is probably why the one-star reviews are so interesting. Because somehow, even a place like this still disappoints people.
Ricky S. wrote, just a bunch of holes in the rocks. Not impressed. Also, way too hot with no swimming pools. Ricky S. Technically, some of that is correct. There are a bunch of rocks, and yes, they are just holes. However, we'll keep an eye out for the swimming pools. And it's kind of nice out here right now. All right, guys, I'm here with Christian, Lily, and Taylor. Where are you guys from?
Originally from Georgia.
Maine.
Oh, fantastic. Awesome. I love Maine. I have some one-star reviews. I want to read them to you, and you guys tell me what you think. Ricky S. said, it's too hot with no swimming pools. What do you think?
I think they should add a swimming pool.
Fantastic.
No, I think national parks make people weirdly demanding. Like once something becomes famous enough, people stop asking whether it's beautiful and start asking whether it entertained them enough.
Now, Greg Miko wrote, there wasn't enough arches. Yeah, there was some, but I wanted more. Really, Greg? Let's count them. Well, Greg, I think that proves you wrong. I think there are plenty of arches.
Now, at some point, I just stopped counting arches altogether and started counting things that technically looked close enough, which honestly might be how arches got its name in the first place. You know, the weird thing is Greg wasn't completely wrong. There are plenty of arches here. They're just spread out in a way that makes you work for them. Most of the reviews sounded like they came from somebody who visited the park. But then I found this review, and things started getting harder to defend.
Cliff Hammel wrote, cool arches, but they don't do anything. They should be motorized. Maybe add games and more wildlife. And monkeys would be cool. That's ambitious. Maybe we should throw a rock through the arch? Cliff Hammel wrote, cool arches, but they don't do anything. They should be motorized. Maybe add some games and some more wildlife. Monkeys would be cool.
Yeah, maybe some like disc golf or like put like a Walmart up there or something.
I kind of get it. I mean, they don't move or do anything. I mean, they're not interactive, but I don't know. Still cool to look at.
You know, I think people's experiences constantly reward them now. Like every place has to be interactive or immersive or optimized somehow. But arches is kind of the opposite of that. It just sits there completely unmoved by whether you're impressed or not. Now at this point, the reviews stopped feeling negative and started feeling completely disconnected from reality.
David Sabo wrote, they racially profiled me and kicked me out of the Snoop Dogg show. Here? I didn't know Snoop Dogg was performing. Maybe I'm here at the wrong time of year. All right, I'm here with JD, and JD, you're from?
Canyon Lake, Texas.
And JD, I have a one-star review I want to read for you. It's from David Sabo, and he wrote, they racially profiled me and kicked me out of a Snoop Dogg show. Have you seen Snoop Dogg yet?
Have not seen Snoop Dogg around here. I thought I saw Dr. Dre, but no Snoop Dogg or no racially profiling of anybody out here that I've seen.
So you haven't been racially profiled?
No, not out here.
Okay, well, we'll keep our eye out for Snoop Dogg. David Sabo wrote, they racially profiled me and kicked me out of the Snoop Dogg show. Have you seen the Snoop Dogg show?
No, I have not.
Have you seen Snoop Dogg at all?
No.
All right, you guys let me know if you see Snoop Dogg out
Yeah.
here.
I will.
I want to hit the show if it's here. I want to.
Nice.
You're probably gonna cry. proud.
All right, guys. Kylie West wrote, a squirrel was chasing me, so I left with anger. I haven't even seen any squirrels. That seems very unlikely, but also very specific.
Now I finally took a moment to sit down and rest, and this is where the park got quiet. No viewpoints, no crowds, and no people arguing about whether the rocks are entertaining enough. Just me and apparently an increasingly confident chipmunk.
Well, Kylie, they're just chipmunks, not squirrels, and they're not chasing me, but they will chase each other.
Now by the end of the day, I realized that most of these reviews weren't really about the park, they were about expectations. People come to places like this wanting a very specific feeling, and if they don't get it immediately, they assume that the place failed them.
Devin Perkins says, I've seen bigger arches before. The architect who built these should have dreamed bigger. Also, they should have put the park closer to the ocean. It's so dry here. My friend is in real estate and he always says, location, location, location. Really, Devin? This isn't beautiful enough? Maybe you and Ricky S should get into business together and install those pools. All right, Devin, is that big enough for you? And before we leave the park, we have to leave a review.
Now after spending the whole day reading everyone else's reviews, I figured it was fair to leave one of my own. Now Arches National Park has been one of the most beautiful outdoor places that I've ever visited. There are so many beautiful arches, lots of hikes, and the people been absolutely fantastic. So here's my 5-star review.
Absolutely incredible experience. Exactly what I expected from a world famous national park. The rocks were in fact rocks, but not just any rocks, some of them had holes in them, which I'm told are called arches. There were just enough arches to keep me mildly interested, although I do wish they were closer together, or perhaps followed me around for convenience. The temperature was perfect, if your goal is to understand your limits as a human being. There are no pools, which I felt like was a bold design choice, but I respect the commitment. Wildlife was present, no monkeys yet, but there's still time. I did see a chipmunk that looked at me briefly, but he seemed nice. Now I couldn't find the Snoop Dogg show, which was mildly disappointing, and overall the arches didn't do much, but I come to realize that it might be intentional. I would recommend to anyone who loves large stationary objects forming their own expectations.